welcome back to another video. Today's video slash a little bit of a discussion video, part 2 of the Fortnite discussion video. So today I want to talk about something, second part, but even though that was today, because, anyways, I want to talk about the whole, I was about to talk about something else, but I completely forgot what I was about to talk about. So, if you guys don't know, so a lot of people ask, a lot of people want to know, what is a vision? Well, there are multiple different definitions of a vision. Visions are like what you see yourself in the future, right? But if you're using a vision in another standpoint of view, visions can also be used in magic. For instance, if say, for example, the Ice King, for example, he has a vision, but it doesn't show that his vision, it's not really like, you can't actually physically see it, but you can, you can tell that her, like the Ice Queen, for example, if I give you an example of the Ice Queen right here, her vision is like, it doesn't really like, she just uses elemental magic, and that's what her vision is like. And for instance, Midas's vision, well, he doesn't really have a vision, even though that's a god, like, pretty much. But other characters like, Wolverine, like any of the Marvel characters don't count as, they don't count as like, they don't have visions because they're not, like, people. Anyways, let's go ahead and try to find the Ice King. Right, Ice King, of course, his vision is ice, like you make ice, basically, and the way to activate his vision is through the dark magic, through the cube's magic. And the cube's magic has sort of like a you know, and we did see Dark Jonesy mentioned about the spirit vessels and all that kind of stuff. And I still don't know how the actual like spirits and visions and all that kind of stuff work, but I believe that Jonesy, Dark Jonesy, right? A snapshot of John Jones himself, is that there's a snapshot of him. Basically, he has seen beyond the start, beyond this world. Basically, something beyond this reality. So this gets me really interesting. So I believe that this might actually explain about a lot of things for chapter 3. And the reason why is that chapter 3 might happen sooner than later. And I thought that season 9 might happen, but it might not. It's just speculation right now. So each character. So what does this? So Io, if you didn't know, Io captures spirits. Uses like capture spirits. Like if you don't know, there are like characters like Deadeye, or other characters that have spirit-like forces, like Willow, for example. She's a spirit. So any character has like spirit powers are like magic users also. So the Ice King is also he's like spirits and the Ice King. Now we don't know where exactly the Ice King is from. We know that he's like when we first saw him, he was like in his castle, right, being defrosting, right? But we don't know about his like history behind the Ice King himself. Like his all hail the ruler of ice and snow, in the kingdom of but doesn't say anything about the possibility of what his where he is from, because normally a lot of people are from somewhere or some place. So, so that's a good. So what? Where is the exactly? Where does the Ice King come from? And what exactly are these visions? But anyways, so spirits, visions, you want to keep an eye on those things. Those are the big things, because I did mention about something about spirits or vision slash thing. I did mention about that, and I believe that the reason why I believe that the vision slash spirits are like related to something about something to do with the cube, and the cube is probably an ancient, like if you look at the cube itself, if you look at the cube itself, it like if at the very beginning the cube planted these runes all around the map. We don't know what these runes mean because we didn't know about them, but at first, I think it's likely to say is that these runes are special. They have something related to the visions slash. I think I was talking about. Like, I'm trying to think what I was about to say. These runes are like ancient inscriptions used by people from thousands and thousands of years ago. So if you think of like Midas, right? I mean, yeah, he is a god, but he is not an elemental god. An elemental god is a person who has the power to use anything, basically. Has the power to use earth, fire, water, any like type of element, even like things that are, even making things that don't exist yet. But like elemental gods are like people, and they can use like, think of like the famous, think of that game that I play a game called and these elements can evolve into more elements. So for instance, they can evolve into other elements. So for instance, fire can evolve into blue fire with the combination of other types of elements. So like, it's just like periodic table, right? Think like that. So the elemental gods are like they're probably have more power than the normal gods, because, and the reason why I'm talking about gods and other things is because so like right now we only have 2 elementals right now, and we still don't know about the other elementals. We have the Fire King, the Ice King, and then of course there is another one. Now I'm not sure about the scientists. I'm not sure about the scientist himself, but or the visitor also. So the foundation could also be an elemental. So we're still trying to figure out what these visions / elementals are, and I believe that chapter 30 will explain everything in the near future about the elementals and the relationships between the 7 and the other characters. And also the 7 could be a group of heroes or slash, so the 7 heroes. I think there's like a legend about that, the 7 heroes, because so that's another thing we have to talk about. Anyways, I'm just quickly explaining that, you know, chapter 3 might actually explain a lot to us, and might actually might increase our potential for these what's called visions, basically, and you know, and also like the rift and all that kind of stuff. If you don't, rifts are like great by time itself, so you know. Anyways, magic, voodoo magic, and other things are, you know. Anyways, but the problem is this stuff doesn't exist in this in like in the real world because there's no such thing as magic because people don't believe it. But that's why I'm explaining. That's why games out like games like Genshin Impact, other games like World of Warcraft, Raid Shadow Legends, all those kind of games, for example, they basically make people like games like those are like what makes people excited about it. But other games like that don't have magic and evolve into like Apex Legends, but they still use like sort of those type of elements, even though that are not really elements, they're just mutational elements, but still magic, you know. And then we got like Call of Duty. No, there's no magic in that, but you know, people love the fantasy world because it makes it, because fantasy is like you don't have to deal with like stress, you know, or like anything like that for that matter, you know. It's just like a place where people can just relax, and if you were living in that type of world, you know, and doing like things like those, but still helping out with the world to build the world a better place, that would be an amazing thing. You know, I did saw myself. I wanted to tell you something. I didn't actually tell anyone, but I did see myself actually having a vision myself, like an actual real vision. It is not. Visions might actually exist in the real world, but we just haven't actually. People like people think that they don't exist, but they just not. They like it's not possible to look into a vision, but it could be possible to see someone else's vision in another way. So it's just like, is there actually real visions out there? Who knows? Anyways, I'm just saying it's possible that there could actually be like visions could actually be a real thing, because I did had a vision one time. I'll tell you a story actually. While I was in the hospital, I didn't record a video for a long time over the summer because I had to have a serious like operation and stuff like that. But I did take some kind of like drug to kill my pain. I had some kind of pain in my, because I was doing an operation. Anyways, while I was in a deep sleep or slash, you know, breathing heavily and all that kind of stuff, I saw something strange. Like I saw like things that were beyond itself. Like I saw a wall, a giant prison, like a giant with chains. Almost kind of looked like there were chains all over the thing, and there were chains everywhere. I might have been hallucinating or something like that. Anyways, the next thing I noticed, I saw a cave, and then there was a dragon man. He had horns, and then he had like, I don't know, it could have been like from something like that. Anyways, my body felt hot for some reason, and then the next thing I noticed, I saw this light, very bright, white. It was white as like snow. Anyways, but just saw something like that. It was white, and I believe it because I actually saw it with my own two eyes. And Not saying God or anything like that. I don't believe in gods or anything like that. But I just think that something like that exists. Is very interesting. It gets me really interested, and I want to know more about this, whatever this thing is. So, anyways, it's just a quick little video talking about how that's, because personally, that's really like personally talking about visions, how uh, but yeah, so elemental magic, spirits, other things, just talking about like things that like I'm also talking about my personal self too. So the relation to this, I did see something like that, something beyond my expectation. I never seen anything like that in my entire life. Anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy this video talking about visions, and I think this is the main reason. I'm still kind of curious as to what exactly is this. I didn't actually explain it to my parents yet, but I do want to explain it now because I'm really interested in seeing what they think about this. Because, anyways, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. It's a little short. It was a little bit short. Last video was about 40 minutes long. This video is only about 20 minutes long, around there. We were talking about visions. I was talking about my personal experience about what a vision is, and I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and then there will also be new skins coming next week. Keep that in mind. Tuesday, 18.30 update will be the second last update. The 18.50 update won't happen. They sort of removed it for some reason. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's just because this season's only like 2 months long. It's only like 2 months long right now. So we're going to go either straight in chapter 2 or season 9, depending on the thing. And I believe that when Dr. mentioned about how about visions and stuff, it got me really curious, and it did get me really curious about these visions. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. 17 minutes long, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.